This is the ZenFone 3, and right off the bat, I've gotta say, this is one hell of a phone for $300. And on paper, it doesn't look all that promising though. It's got a Snapdragon 625 SoC paired with either 3 or 4 gigs of RAM, but to be honest, I've never actually noticed any difference in performance compared to my Galaxy S7 Edge, which has the Snapdragon 820. And that is because the CPU is the same as in the S7 Edge. It's called the Cortex A53, and the only difference between the two is the clock speed. The S7 Edge has a 300 MHz boost over the ZenFone 3. So yeah, don't worry about the on-paper specs. It's all about the real-life performance, so let's take a look at it. So as you can see, everything runs very smoothly without any hiccups at all. And the same goes for games as well. And also just a heads up, the phone does not have a physical home button, it's capacitive, just to let you know. Now, the ZenFone 3 is a great looking phone, and with its 2.5D glass paired with aluminum sides, it has a fantastic in-hand feel. The phone has a pretty big chin and forehead though, so it's not quite there in terms of one-handed operation. The version I have here is called the Moonlight White. On pictures, its sides happen to look very gold, but in real life, it's much more subtle. It looks more like champagne rather than gold. In terms of buttons and connectivity, there are some very tactile power and volume buttons on the side of the phone. And trust me, tactile buttons make a difference in the overall experience. I actually had this Nvidia Shield tablet before, and its buttons were super mushy and just so bad. They kind of ruined the hardware experience. So anyway, on the bottom of the phone there's a USB Type-C charging port, which is a great thing to see at this price point. And another great thing to see is that they decided to keep the headphone jack despite a lot of other phones getting rid of it. On the back of the phone you can spot the fingerprint reader, which in my tests worked fantastic. It's not as fast as something like the new iPhone 7, but it's quick, precise, and just does what it's supposed to do without any hiccups along the way. The phone's screen does have those kind of ugly black bars around it. I'm not sure as to why it's actually there, but now you know at least. The screen itself, however, is actually great. It's a 1080 by 1920 IPS Plus display with great viewing angles and colors. The display is a little bit on the cooler side in terms of colors, but you can easily change that to your own liking within the settings. The screen uses a Gorilla Glass panel on top of it, which is very resistant to scratches. In terms of software, it's running on Android Marshmallow. The phone is, however, supposed to get the new Nougat update anytime now. In terms of skins, I don't like the ASUS one at all, but of course that's just my own individual opinion. It's not like the skin is bad performing or anything, I just happen to not like the layout and style. But fortunately, because this is Android, you can easily change the skin to something that you prefer instead. The battery is a 2800 mAh one, and to my surprise, it actually lasts quite a while. In my testing, I got through about a day of use with about 10 to 25% left, depending on the usage for that day. In terms of charging, it doesn't have any quick charging technology, so it's going to fill up at a pretty average speed. In terms of camera quality, I'm going to give you guys an unedited comparison with the S7 Edge, which has arguably one of the best cameras. The speaker is located on the bottom of the phone, which immediately makes it not as good as front-facing speakers. However, it is one of the better sounding bottom-mounted speakers. It sounds good as long as you don't muffle it with your finger though, which is a pretty easy thing to do. So with that said, let's do a quick pros and cons rundown and then conclude this review. Pros. It's very well built and premium feeling. It's quick even though it has a 600 series SoC. The battery life is surprisingly good. The screen is beautiful. Its price is fantastic, and it has a micro SD card expansion slot. Cons. It doesn't have that good of a camera. It doesn't have a quick charge technology, and the speaker is located on the bottom of the phone. So as a conclusion, the ZenFone 3 offers amazing value. It's quick, has a beautiful screen, and great build quality. And in this range, which is $300, the phone is certainly on the top. So what do you guys think about the ZenFone 3? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.